So the grand success of crash course given by ICRA in 2020 is destined to be repeated in 2021. Biggest gift of this program, biggest. In case you decide to join for the GS program next year, you will get this 5,000 relaxation. This course is very good, is also very good for new aspirants who are planning to give in 2022 and 23. For them it will be a boon. In this course they will know what exactly to do in prelims. It's not only for those who are appearing in 2021. It's for all the future aspirants. This 5,000 will help you to save at least your 50,000 and many of your mental hassle. As you took it happily last year, you will again come to us for the revision, for the preparation of this examination, and hope to see you soon in ICRA. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome to ICRA IAS. So today we'll be covering current affairs for the second week of March. So as always, without wasting any time, let's just directly get into it. And the first information we have this week is 100 Days Special Campaign. Alright, so as we all know that water is one of the most important resources on the planet we have, right? And without water, life cannot exist. And there are so many unique qualities of water which makes it crucial resource for plants and animals and human beings, right? So since water is such an important resource, keeping that in mind, recently a parliamentary standing committee on water resources, they have provided an information, उन्होंने कुछ information दी है about this resource only, that the government and the Anganwadis, unme 50% of them does not have the tap water facilities, or only 50% of them have the tap water supply or the tap water facilities, right? Despite what? Despite our initiative जो कि हमारी Ministry of Jal Shakti ने लिया था few days back. I mean, in October 2020, it was a 100-day special campaign which was launched in 2020 October में. Despite this also, सिर्फ आधे schools और आंगनवाड़ीज में ही tap water supply is available, and rest of them is there it is not available. So this is what they have informed us recently. Okay, talking about this 100-day special campaign. So as I've told you, it was launched in October only, 2nd October 2020 to be precise, by Ministry of Jal Shakti, right? 100 days का था, but अभी इसको और ज़्यादा extend कर दिया गया. अब इसको March 31 तक कर दिया गया. Initially it was we decided to go for 100 days, but now we have extended it till March 31st 2021. Alright, what was it aimed for? It aimed for the 100% potable piped water. कि ड्रिंकिंग और कुकिंग पर्पसेस के लिए तो पोर्टेबल वाटर होना चाहिए 100%, राइट? और हैंड वॉश के लिए, क्योंकि इस पैंडमिक के टाइम में टू गेट रिड ऑफ द वायरस, ऑफ कोर्स वी नीड water to wash our hands. So there should be hand washing facilities in all the toilets of the school and the Anganwadi and the ashrams and residential tribal schools, right? That was what it aimed for, right? And this I've already told you that it has been extended to till March 31st 2021. Okay, what apart from this information, this parliamentary committee has also said कि कुछ achievements के बारे में भी बात की, जो 100-day campaigns के जो achievements हैं उनके बारे में let's see. So there are 7 states which have achieved this 100% coverage under this 100-day campaign, and those states are Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Punjab. They have achieved 100% coverage, which is a good point, but this thing that only half of the government schools in Anganwadi have tap water, this is a cause of concern, and we really need to work at this part, right? So to sum up this topic, we've read that what is 100-day special campaign. We've read that Parliamentary Standing Committee has recently provided this information कि सिर्फ 50% आंगनवाड़ीज में ही ये tap water facility है, and rest we need to work upon, right? So that was all about this topic. Up next we have malaria-free country. Okay, so recently El Salvador, which is a Central American country, as you all must be knowing, which is bordered on the northeast by Honduras and northwest में Guatemala पड़ता है और के south में Pacific Ocean पड़ता है. I'm telling you this information because it is really important for us to know, especially if there is any country which is in news, you must go and open your atlas and see its location. That is really important. उसके आजू बाजू थोड़ा देख लेना चाहिए कि वो exactly कहाँ पर located है, उसके आसपास कौन से oceans हैं, कौन से countries हैं, कौन से continent में वो पड़ता है, कौन से, you know. So you must have idea about the countries, right? So Pacific Ocean के ऊपर है, I mean Pacific Ocean lies at the south of it, right? So this becomes the first malaria-free country Central America की, right? और भी काफ़ी सारी countries हैं which is malaria-free, which has been declared malaria-free by WHO earlier as well. But this is the first country of Central America which has been declared malaria-free for the first time in the Central America region, right? Okay, talking about the malaria, which is really important for our exam. तो ये Plasmodium parasite से ये disease होती है, right? It is transmitted to people through the bites of infected female Anopheles mosquito, right? So female is the gender and Anopheles is the name of the mosquito. Okay. Now what are the criteria, or what are the parameters, or what is the definition of malaria-free country? Okay, so WHO has provided this definition which says that when it is proved that the local transmission chain of the disease is disrupted nationwide for at least 3 consecutive years, कि at least 3 consecutive years के लिए अगर कोई transmission नहीं है nationwide, then we can declare a country as malaria-free country. So this is the condition, or this is the recognition that WHO has given. Apart from this, पिछले 10 साल में कुछ 9 कंट्रीज हैं जिनको मलेरिया फ्री डिक्लेयर किया है WHO ने. दोज कंट्रीज आर अल्जीरिया, अर्जेंटीना, मोरक्को, तुर्कमेनिस्तान, आर्मेनिया, मालदीव, श्रीलंका, किर्गिस्तान एंड उज्बेकिस्तान. दीज आर द कंट्रीज. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द केसेस ऑफ मलेरिया इन इंडिया, विच इज़ ऑफ कोर्स इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर आवर एग्जाम, कोई भी रिपोर्ट या कोई भी फाइंडिंग्स होती हैं, मेक श्योर कि इंडिया के पर्सपेक्टिव में यू ऑलवेज हैव आइडिया. ओके, टीबी की बहुत सारी रिपोर्ट्स आती हैं, तो टीबी again is an important topic, and क्योंकि it is has spread it so much, so that becomes all the more important for exam as well. So you must know at least the findings with respect to India. So in India, malaria infection fell by 14.4 million between 2000 and 2019, और जो सबसे ज़्यादा reduction देखा गया है, that is seen in Southeast Asia. Right, but still the country accounted for about 86% of all malarial death in the region. All right, now there are certain initiatives which our government has taken to get rid of this, and there are certain initiatives which WHO has taken to alleviate this to eliminate and to remove malaria. So to contain this, basically to contain this disease. So E2020 is an initiative which was launched by WHO. इसमें what exactly it is, so in this, WHO is working with different countries to eliminate this in the next few years, to eliminate malaria in the next few years. There's another initiative which is called MERA India, which has been launched by ICMR only India, that is Malaria Elimination Research and Alliance India. So इसमें बहुत सारे partners मिलके they'll be working together to contain malaria. Another, we have high burden to high impact HBHI, right? It is again was launched by WHO only, right? और इसके जो कुछ key elements हैं वो हैं that it will be focusing upon political will, मलेरिया को रिड्यूस करने के लिए, मलेरिया से रिलेटेड डेथ्स को रिड्यूस करने के लिए. इट विल ऑल्सो बी फोकसिंग अपॉन स्ट्रेटेजिक इन्फॉर्मेशन टू ड्राइव इम्पैक्ट, बेटर गाइडेंस दे विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग, बेटर पॉलिसीज दे विल बी फ्रेमिंग, बेटर स्ट्रैटेजीज दे विल बी अप्लाइंग, राइट, एंड दे विल बी एन coordinated national malaria response, and these are the steps they will be taking to contain this disease. Right? India में implementation of HBHI initiative started in 4 states: West Bengal, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, जहाँ पर ये ज़्यादा ये वाली मलेरिया होता भी है. तो this is what from where they have started. So to summarize this topic, we've read कि El Salvador, this country has become the first malaria free country Central America में, and we've also read about what malaria is, and वो Plasmodium parasite से फैलती है, which is caused by the bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquitoes, right? And we've also read about certain initiatives to contain malaria globally also and in our country as well, right? Moving on. So next we have food waste index. All right, UNEP releases this. So all the indexes which are in news, I repeatedly mention this, that make a list of all the indexes, right? Make 2-3 columns. एक जगह आप index लिखो, एक जगह आप उसकी body लिखो, और एक जगह आप उसके special remarks जो भी हैं उसमें वो लिखो, right? So 3 columns you make, right? So this food waste index is released by UNEP, that is United Nations Environment Program. ठीक है, UNEP इसको release करता है. Let's read about the findings, but before that let's read कि इसके क्या objectives, क्या aims हैं. So it support the goal 12.3. तो ये जो SDG goal 12 है उसको support करता है. It does so by representing the most comprehensive food waste data collection and analysis. So this does what? वो food जो food waste data होता है उसको collect करता है, and then they analyze, and that is how they proceed with further planning and strategizing the things, right? What is SDG target 12.3? Sustainable development goals are very important for us to know. हमें पूरे 17 के 17 याद होने चाहिए properly, right? This is important for both for our prelims and main both exams. So the 12.3 says that it aims to have global food waste at retail and consumer level. कि global जो food waste होता है उसको हमने half करना है retail और consumer दोनों levels पे, right? And this also include the food losses. This also include the post harvest losses, right? This is important. ठीक है, post harvest losses को भी इन्होंने half करना है, right? Now what are the highlights of this index, food waste index? The first says food waste के बारे में इन्होंने कुछ बोला है, कुछ findings हैं इनकी. The first point says कि 17% of the global food production was wasted in 2019. तो इतना ज़्यादा 2019 में waste हुआ था. 7% of the total which was produced, right? Among them 61% of the global waste from the households. तो household से सबसे ज़्यादा waste हुआ है, that is 61%, and 26% from the food services and 13% from the retail. If you talk about the food waste across income groups, तो it says कि broadly सभी income groups में same ही food waste होता है. Then if you talk about the hunger across the world, तो 2019 में some 690 million, which is huge, people were impacted by hunger, and 3 billion were unable to afford the healthy diet. So again, this is a cause of concern. So we must think upon it as at the individual level as well. Now, what are the impacts of food waste? So there are environmental impact, क्योंकि 8 to 10% of the greenhouse gas emission जो होते हैं, they are associated, they are because of the food only which is not consumed, जो हम waste कर देते हैं, उसकी वजह से this much of greenhouse gas emission occurs. Apart from that, if we talk about the economic impact, this is very much visible, that food loss and waste cause about $940 billion per year in economic losses. Then there is this food system summit, जो कि UN Secretary General, this was by UN only. This was basically to make the whole purpose, to make the entire thing more healthier, more sustainable, and to promote the equitable food system. So that was it aimed for, and that was its purpose, right? So to summarize this topic, we've read UNEP इसको release करता है, UNEP food waste index को release करता है. We've also read about SDG goals, and we've also read about the highlights of this index, right? Moving on. Yeah, so up next we have an important topic, all women on board initiative. Women वाले topics, women empowerment से related कोई भी topic, या women environment, these are certain topics जो UPSC के काफ़ी favorites होते हैं. Especially every year you'll get some or the other question in your mains examination related to women and environment and the global warming and these things. Okay, let's read about the current thing. So Union Minister has flagged off an all-woman crew on board Shipping Corporation of India SCI vessel, जिसका नाम है MT स्वर्ण कृष्णा, right? अभी ये flag off किया है हमारे Union Minister ने, and this initiative was taken to celebrate International Women's Day, right? जो 8 March को हम celebrate करते हैं, and this is the first time in the world maritime history कि ये a ship is being sailed by all women officers. So this is a proud moment. You must remember this for your exam as well, right? If you talk about SCI, this this corporation, Shipping Corporation India Limited, तो ये दो कॉर्पोरेशंस को मर्ज करके ये बनाया गया था. द फर्स्ट वन वाज ईस्टर्न शिपिंग कॉर्पोरेशन एंड वेस्टर्न शिपिंग कॉर्पोरेशन को अमालगमेट करके दिस शिपिंग कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड वाज फॉर्म्ड, राइट? So, but you remember this name, MT Swarna Krishna, okay? And you remember that the ship is being sailed by all women officers, and this is the first time in the maritime history that this is happening. If you talk about International Women's Day, so we all know 8th March ko we celebrate it, right? And this time iska theme tha Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in COVID-19 World. And the campaign theme is Choose to Challenge, right? You can remember if you want to for the theme of Women's Day as well. Okay, next up we have Global Energy and Environment Leadership Award. Okay, so recently हमारे Prime Minister को ये मिला है, ये award मिला है, right? इससे okay, so this might be important for other exams, but for UPSC what is important is to know about this award or which organization provides it, and all these points are important for UPSC, right? So Global Energy and Environment Leadership Award, so this is a Global Energy and Environment Leadership Award, ये 2016 में शुरू हुआ था, and it is awarded by, this is important, the name is important, Cambridge Energy Research Associates Week, right? So Cambridge Energy Research Associates Week, they award this, so they have recently awarded this to our Prime Minister. और ये देते क्यों है? Because they recognizes कि at the global level कि कौन से leader ने अपने commitments को पूरा किया है regarding the global energy and the environment, and who have provided the better solutions and policies for energy access, affordability and environmental stewardship, right? So that is why they have awarded this to our Prime Minister. If we talk about this Cambridge Energy Research Associate Week, so 1983 में it was formed, and it is an annual energy conference, हर साल होती है, which is organized by the Information and Insights Company, IHC Market, US में जो है, right? और of course, as the name indicates, it provides energy related topics पे यहाँ पर discussions होती हैं, and they provide solutions regarding energy related topics only, right? So to summarize this topic, Global Energy and Environment Leadership Award, we have read that our Prime Minister has got this recently, and who award this? Sarah Week award this, and it has started in 2016 only, right? Moving on to the next one. So up next we have Index of Economic Freedom 2021. Again, like I say that the indexes, the very first question you must remember about the indexes, any indices is that you remember the name of the organization जो इसको release करते हैं. So Heritage Foundation releases this, okay? And India के respect में, India, where does the India stands with respect to that particular index? You must remember that as well. तो India का rank 121st है इस index में with a score of 56.5 points. और Asia Pacific में, if you talk about Asia region only, तो 26th, we rank 26th out of all the 40 countries Asia Pacific में जो हैं. Okay, Singapore topped this index. If we talk about this index only, Index on Economic Freedom, तो ये annual index है, हर साल आता है. And what exactly does that measure? It measures the economic freedom in the countries. कि economic freedom कितनी है particular country में, right? And what are the parameters to measure this? So the first parameter is rule of law, कि property rights, what are the condition of property rights, government integrity, and judicial effectiveness कितनी है एक particular country में. We see that, they see that, and then they analyze, and that is how they categorize the countries, that is how they rank the countries. The second one is government size. They see the government spending, कि कितना government spend करती है in terms of their in its economy, tax burden कितना है लोगों पे, fiscal health क्या है country की, कितना बजट है बेसिकली कंट्री का, रेगुलेटरी एफिशिएंसी, सो बिजनेस फ्रीडम वो देखते हैं कि बिजनेसेस को कितना फ्रीडम मिलता है, लेबर को कितना फ्रीडम मिलता है, मॉनेटरी फ्रीडम क्या है, और ट्रेड फ्रीडम क्या है, इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्रीडम्स क्या है, फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम्स क्या है, एवरीथिंग दे एनालाइज, दे सी, एंड देन दे रैंक द कंट्रीज अकॉर्डिंगली, right? Each of these 12 economic freedom जो हमने अभी पढ़ी हैं within these categories is graded from 0 to 100 पे हम इसको स्कोर करते हैं, right? Where 0 is the least economic freedom जो है हमारा, और 100 is the highest, 100 is with the highest economic freedom, और हम हैं somewhere in the mid, 56.5 something करके हमारा स्कोर है, right? So yeah, that was all about it. Up next we have umbrella scheme under Ministry of Women and Child Development. Okay, so this is a topic related with the schemes very important for our exam. Or like I told you, women again is a topic which is dear to UPSC, and the schemes, the government schemes, हमेशा हर साल you'll find question in your mains and prelims, both the places. So recently what has happened कि कुछ काफ़ी सारी स्कीम्स को ना मर्ज कर दिया गया है अंडर 3 स्कीम्स. कुछ अम्ब्रेला स्कीम्स बना दिए गए हैं और उनके अंडर काफ़ी सारे स्कीम्स को, छोटे छोटे जो भी स्कीम्स थे उनको मर्ज कर दिया गया है. एंड दोज 3 मेजर स्कीम्स, दो 3 अम्ब्रेला स्कीम्स जिनके अंडर मर्ज किया गया है, द फर्स्ट वन इज मिशन शक्ति, द सेकेंड इज मिशन पोषण 2.0 एंड मिशन वात्सल्य. राइट, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट मिशन शक्ति, so it basically contributes to women's social empowerment by enabling them to have independent employment, as we all know, right? Mission Poshan 2.0, तो ये तो recently अभी, if you have heard this budget, तो this was announced in budget 2021 only, and it will be aimed at improving and strengthening the nutritional content, delivery and outreach and outcomes, right? If we talk about वात्सल्य, मिशन वात्सल्य, तो इसको हम इसका पूरा नाम एक्चुअली है मिशन वात्सल्य मातृ अमृत कोश. सो इट इज़ अ नेशनल ह्यूमन मिल्क बैंक, यू कैन से. सो व्हाट आर द स्कीम्स जो हमने इन तीनों के अंडर मर्ज करी है. सबसे पहला मिशन शक्ति के अंडर वी हैव मर्ज्ड दीज, वी हैव कैटेगराइज्ड दीज स्कीम्स. सबसे पहले मिशन शक्ति के अंदर ही हमने ये फर्दर 2 सब कैटेगरीज बना दी हैं. सबसे पहले है संबल एंड देन समर्थ्य. फर्स्ट इज संबल. इट सेज दिस कैटेगरी विल इंक्लूड स्कीम्स. इसमें कौन कौन सी स्कीम्स आएंगी? फॉर एग्जांपल वन स्टॉप सेंटर, महिला पुलिस वॉलंटियर, वुमेन हेल्पलाइन, स्वधार, ठीक है, उज्ज्वला, अमंग अदर्स. स्वधार ये जो था, जो भी डेस्टिट्यूट, जो भी अगर किसी के अगेंस्ट वायलेंस होता है या फिर ये वाली चीज़ें होती हैं अगेंस्ट एनी वुमेन, सो दे कैन रजिस्टर अंडर इट. सो इट वाज टू हेल्प दोज वुमेन, राइट. समर्थ्या में बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, प्रधानमंत्री मातृ वंदना योजना, एंड these will be included, these will be merged under this, right? If you talk about Vatsalya, तो it will be looking into the child welfare services and child protection all over the country. इसमें हमने child protection services को कुछ include कर दी, कुछ child protection services वाली जो schemes है उनको include किया गया है. If you talk about 2.0 Poshan 2.0, so this will include schemes जैसे ICDS, वेरी फेमस स्कीम, इंटीग्रेटेड चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट स्कीम. आंगनवाड़ी सर्विसेज की कुछ स्कीम्स हो गई हैं. पोषण अभियान है, स्कीम फॉर एडोलेसेंट गर्ल्स. सो दीज विल बी इंक्लूडेड इन पोषण 2.0. इफ वी दो आई हैव टोल्ड यू दिस कि ये एक्चुअली है क्या मिशन 2.0, वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. सो टू समराइज दिस कि वी हैव हमने कुछ 3 अम्ब्रेला स्कीम्स सेलेक्ट कर ली हैं जिसके अंडर हमने काफ़ी सारे डिफरेंट स्कीम्स को मर्ज कर दिया गया. और हमने किया क्यों है ये? इसलिए ऑफ कोर्स वी हैव डन दिस सो दैट यू कैन दे कैन बी एन इफेक्टिव इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ ऑल द स्कीम्स. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि बहुत सारी अलग अलग जगह पे स्कीम्स पड़ी हैं और हमने बना दिया, उनका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं हो रहा. सो वी हैव मर्ज्ड देम एट अ प्लेस एंड नाउ देयर बी एन इफेक्टिव इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होपफुली. या ओके. Up next, we have Niti Aayog and Rocky Mountain Institute. All right. So what they have done, they have released something jointly. इन्होंने एक report release करी है जिसका नाम है Mobilizing Electric Vehicle Financing in India. और इसका मेजर एम बेसिकली इन्होंने दिया है that how they can encourage the electric vehicle financing in India, कि electric vehicle के लिए हम finance कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं. They've given those major solutions and I really found them interesting. I'd like to directly take you to the solutions, that how can we actually increase the finance in the electric vehicle sphere. So the first one is, if we include the electric vehicle in PSL, अगर हम priority sector lending में अगर electric vehicles को include कर देंगे तो ज़्यादा लोगों के पास ज़्यादा finance आ पाएगा and they'll be able to invest more in electric vehicles. Second, they said कि अगर interest rate पे subvention मिल जाए, कि interest पे अगर कोई छूट मिल जाए तो भी definitely electric vehicles में people can spend more. They said product guarantee and warranty, अगर जो भी manufacturers है अगर वो electric vehicles पे ज़्यादा guarantee या warranties provide करता है तो of course this will improve their bankability and the customers' confidence too, right? The third solution they've given is risk sharing mechanism. They say कि अगर कोई भी प्रोडक्ट में, कोई भी इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल में अगर कोई भी कंप्लेन आती है और गवर्नमेंट इज़ रेडी टू शेयर द रिस्क, कि अगर कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आती है तो वी आर देयर टू हेल्प यू, वी आर देयर टू शेयर योर बर्डन, शेयर योर financial burden. So this can definitely boost the confidence of the customer, right? The next solution they've provided is secondary market development, wherein they say that the government can help develop a secondary market for the electric vehicles. And digital lending also they've talked about कि अगर digitally हम loans provide करने लग जाएं electric vehicle के लिए, so this will help in overcoming the operational and logistical challenges जो कि electric vehicle financing में आते हैं, right? Open data repository for EVs. So financial institutes, they need access to data, of course, electric vehicle के specifications के लिए, उनकी charge cost के लिए और ये सब. So this will help institutes accurately assess the risk and determine कि interest rates क्या होने चाहिए, and then accordingly design the effective programs, right? So to summarize this topic, they have jointly released this report, Mobilizing Electric Vehicle Financing India, and you must remember these the solutions they have provided. You can anytime quote these solutions in your mains examination pertaining to electric vehicles, right? Next up we have Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Nidhi. Yeah, so अभी यूनियन कैबिनेट ने इस स्कीम के लिए एक basically this scheme they have approved, and they have also said that this program will ensure the access to universal and affordable health care, right, through a fund that does not lapse at the end of the financial year. तो एक non-lapsible fund बनाने की वो सोच रहे हैं. They have recently approved this scheme, Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Nidhi. If we talk about the not lapsible or the non-lapsible funds, so they are the funds allocated to certain schemes of the government which have to spend within the current fiscal year of the allocation only, right? And if we do not spend the fund, then the fund will be evaporated and then it cannot be used in the next fiscal. So that's what it is. What are the features of this? That it will be set up as a single non-lapsible reserve fund for the share of health. It will be made from share of health in the proceeds of health and education cess. तो health और education cess से जो पैसा आएगा वहाँ उसके shares भी इसमें help करने वाले. And this fund will be administered and maintained by the Ministry of Family and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. और finance minister ने अभी announce किया था 19 वाले budget में कि 4% health and education cess. They have announced कि सेस का जो इन्होंने फिक्स किया था, that was 4%, and it replaced the existing 3% education cess. Actually ये दोनों चीज़ें merge कर दी गई थी और फिर बोला था कि ठीक है आप health और education का दोनों मिला के 4% cess दे देना. So that was what they did in 2018-19 वाला budget, right? And this fund will also be utilized for the following flagship schemes, जैसे for example आयुष्मान भारत, प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना and health wellness centers as well. तो ये fund यहाँ भी use होने वाला है. ये fund national health mission में भी, प्रधानमंत्री स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा योजना में भी और कुछ emergency या disaster emergencies में भी, and any future program या फिर कोई भी scheme अगर आती है that which target to achieve the progress towards sustainable development goal and the target set out in the national health policy जो हमने 2017 में बनाई थी, अगर उन targets को achieve करने के लिए कोई भी हम program आगे plan करते हैं तो this fund will be helpful in that as well, right? So up next we have Troika plus Pakistan conference. So what is this word? This must be new to all of you. So Troika, this actually ये हमने ये एक रशियन वर्ड है. रशिया ऑल्सो derived it from it is actually, it used to be a Russian vehicle which was drawn by 3 horses. तो 3 घोड़ों से ये एक व्हीकल चलाया जाता था जिसको हम त्रोकिया बोलते थे. पर अभी रिसेंटली एक कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई है जिसको त्रोकिया प्लस पाकिस्तान कॉन्फ्रेंस नाम दिया है रशिया ने ही. सो रशिया ओनली हैज़ प्लान्ड दिस, राइट? कुछ अफगानिस्तान से रिलेटेड कुछ इश्यूज डिस्कस करने के लिए. So Troika plus Pakistan. Troika, which generally signifies the 3 countries. So what are the 3 countries? That is USA, Russia, and China, along with Pakistan, right? So these 4 countries will be along with the representative of Afghanistan, क्योंकि अफगान issue ही वो discuss करने वाले हैं. So they'll be holding a meeting. So these 4 countries and the representatives of the Afghanistan will be holding a meeting wherein they'll be discussing that what could be the solutions of जो ये अफगानिस्तान में जो भी violence and armed conflicts ये भी चल रहे हैं. So they basically aims to reduce all of those violences and things happening in Afghanistan, right? You might ask कि India को क्यों exclude किया गया? So it was not intentionally actually. ये already this body was there, right? वो पहले से बनी हुई थी, तो ऐसा कुछ डेलिब्रेट नहीं था कि इंडिया को हमें अलग रखना है, राइट? सो इट वाज नेचुरल कि वो पहले से बना हुआ था एंड दे वेंट एंड दे स्टार्टेड डिस्कसिंग एंड tried to find the solution. But there's just one point you need to remember, that this Troika word is related to Russia, and this Troika plus Pakistan are these 4 countries, that is USA, Russia, China, and Pakistan to hai, right? So yeah. Up next, we have ISRO-JAXA virtual meeting. JAXA is, of course, we all must be knowing, it's an Japan ka agency, that is Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. तो अभी recently ISRO और JAXA ने recently एक meeting held करी है, wherein they've talked about this really important missions. Okay. To explore the opportunities for cooperation in space situational areas. और उन्होंने कुछ they've also signed some agreements where they've signed an implementing arrangement for collaborative activities on rice crop areas and air quality monitoring using satellite data. तो satellite use करके ये वाली activities पे भी they are going to monitor all these activities as well. Now this Lupix mission जो अभी काफ़ी न्यूज़ में भी था, it is important for us to know. It is again related with ISRO and JAXA only, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. So it is a robotic lunar mission, which is definitely ISRO or JAXA का ही है. So this could be one probable question कि Lupix belong to like which agency, which organization. So it belongs to ISRO plus JAXA. The mission aim to send the lunar rover हमने भेजना है और लैंडर हमने भेजना है, ताकि what is the basic aim, ताकि साउथ पोल रीजन जो मून का है हम वो एक्सप्लोर कर सके 2024 तक. That is the main aim it holds. Now what JAXA is doing and what ISRO is contributing to this. So India will be basically will be responsible for the lander of the mission, and JAXA is highly likely to provide the launch vehicle and the rover. तो rover और launch vehicle देने का काम JAXA का है और lander ISRO will be providing. So that is how they've divided their work. If we talk about the other cooperation India holds with the other countries in terms of space, so India and Italy have decided to explore the opportunities in Earth observation, space science और ये सब. India Australia के साथ भी काफ़ी सारे connections हैं, right? In terms of the space exploration only, and Australia may host a vital tracking infrastructure also गगनयान को support करने के लिए, जो कि हमारा first fly manned mission है, right? So to summarize this topic, what's more important for us to here for our exam perspective is to know about, is to remember this Lupix mission जो कि ISRO और JAXA का दोनों मिलकर basically they're launching this. Okay. All right. So up next we have Global Breast Cancer Initiative. WHO ने this initiative they have launched, Global Breast Cancer Initiative. Of course, it is to reduce the breast mortality, breast cancer के जो भी cases हैं वो mortality reduce करने के लिए they've initiated, and they've targeted कि 2.5% at least reduce हो जाए by 2040, and the initiative will particularly focus on reducing deaths in low income countries. So where they will be focusing more, so they'll be particularly focusing in low income countries, right? Globally also they'll be helping, but low income countries में इनका ज़्यादा ध्यान रहने वाला है. What are the key features of this initiative? That they'll be guiding the government, so there'll be a guidance to the government. इसमें WHO will work together the UN agencies, और वो government को guidance provide करेंगी कि कैसे हम अपने system को strengthen कर सकते हैं, अपने hospitals, अपने infrastructure को कैसे better कर सकते हैं, so that they can help treating the breast cancer. Also, they'll be providing evidence-based technical package, wherein an evidence-based technical package will be provided to countries as a part of initiative. It will be it'll incorporate existing WHO cancer tools and products. तो ये सब उसके अंदर होने वाला है. If you talk about breast cancer, तो इसमें you can remember that it is the most common form of cancer in women. ये काफ़ी literally अब तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा ये होने लगा है. So it is the it is the most common form of cancer across the world. So to summarize this topic, we've read about Global Breast Cancer Initiative. If they might ask you in the exam कि ये ICMR का initiative है या फिर किसी organization का वो नाम लिख देंगे, but this is an initiative of WHO. You must remember this. We've also read about कि इसके क्या features हैं कि वो government को guide करने वाले हैं और technical evidence based technical package वो provide करने वाले हैं. That is what they are going to provide, right? So I'm sorry. Up next we have extracts, and this is the last topic of our day. So extracts, what is important, there's just one thing you need to remember regarding this topic, nothing more than that it belongs to France. Okay, recently French Space Command has launched this military exercise या फिर एक first military space exercise France ने launch करी है called extracts or Esther-Ax, whatever you call it. ठीक है, you can call it Esther-Ax or extracts, whatever you want to call it. Just remember that it belongs to France, it belongs to French Space Command, right? So what exactly it aims at? So it aims to monitor the potentially dangerous space objects की कोई भी space object, if they possess any potential to to harm the object or to harm the satellite of their country. तो वो यही monitor करने वाले हैं कि if they have their own satellite, अगर कोई फ्रांस की satellite है space में, they are going to monitor कि अगर कोई foreign satellite या फिर कोई foreign power उनको किसी तरीके का harm ना पहुंचा दे. So that is the major aim behind launching this space exercise. I'm again repeating, you must remember that it belongs to this country. So that is more important, right? So with this, we come to an end of our weekly discussion. I hope it was informative. Thank you so much.